Hello. So today we're going to talk about your favorite topic, back rank checkmate.
Yay.
Right? It's something that happens to you a lot, and then I point and laugh until my throat is sore. The audience is confused. Okay, now if you go to the internets, it says back rank checkmate, and then it shows you back rank checkmate. And I'm going to explain why there's a back rank checkmate. It's because when you're on the back rank, you can't go back. Okay, and I'll show you what that means.
I know.
Then they show examples. They're like, white gives up his queen and does back rank mate. For Wikipedia, that's a pretty complicated example. That's more complicated than my examples. This is a class. So we'll talk about this kind of example in a second. And then this is from an actual game. Ooh, Bernstein Capablanca. Actually, I'll show that during the class. I didn't think about that. That is a famous example. And then they have books about where they stole these positions from. Okay. Now what's funny is Wikipedia actually has an article about chess terms, and they're in alphabetical order, and there's like 1,000 of them. And back rank mate is one of them. Yeah. Okay. Now, in chess, checkmating your opponent is good. It has vitamin C for checkmate. Right, Shruti?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, see, I told you. And I have some examples from real games. Then I have some positions I made up. And by made up, I mean I stole. I mean I made them up.
Mate.
Yeah, I made them up. Right. Okay. So here's a good example. Okay. Now, some of you know how to mate with a rook, and by some of you, I mean none of you. Right, Abhinav?
I know.
What? You don't know?
I know.
Do you know what you don't know? The correct answer is I don't know.
The correct answer is fries.
That's correct. All right. Now that guy knows what you're talking about. You with some crazy comment that makes no sense. Yeah, that was all right. Okay, now in this position, even the most dim-witted individual with an advanced degree in hyperbolic topology would tell you, what move should white play? And then you have to look at the position. Looking at me doesn't help. I can't tell them about the Family Guy episode where the Super Friends are playing poker and Batman tells Robin something. But look that episode up and you'll see why it's funny. You with the wrong answer.
Rook to h7.
Incorrect, because that's the right answer.
Or fries.
Right, no, but that was the right answer. I asked for the wrong answer. Terrible. Almost every move was the wrong answer. You played the right answer. Okay, now, the reason chess is difficult, especially for you, is because not only do you want to do things, you want to stop your opponent from doing those same things. And usually you don't think about that. You're like, I want to win. Well, so does your opponent. You want your opponent's king on the back rank. Your opponent's king is on the back rank.
Good.
Therefore, your opponent wants to get off the back rank, which would be that one. That's the one next to his rank. So, if it was black's turn to move, and black was a good player, he would move to one of these three squares, getting off the back rank. And you don't want him to do that, so we play your move, rook h7. Now the king cannot leave the back rank. And if the king attacks your rook, which it can do in 3 moves, you can move your rook really far away, so it can't attack it again. Now, if I turn on the engine, this will be something like mate in 8, but I'm guessing, I don't know. What do I know? Okay, 11, I don't believe it. Go to 10. It actually takes 11 moves? That's hard to believe. Okay, but if I play another move, okay, then see how rook h7 is the best move, because it keeps the king on the back rank. Okay. And that's why you do a back rank mate, and this will shock some of you. If the black king is not on the back rank, there is no checkmate. Luckily, we have 4 back ranks because there's no pawns. We have this back rank, and we also, these are back ranks as long as you turn your head. Then it's a back rank. Yeah. Now, if there's pawns on the board, then those aren't back ranks. But there are no pawns on the board. The board's a square. So, yeah. Now, I've told this many times, but none of you heard it, and you weren't listening if you did hear it. I showed a position, which I made up, and by making up, I also stole it. Whoa, I left ChessBase? Oh, no, I didn't. ChessBase is just a stupid program. Okay, so I showed this position to one of my students before you were born, and I said, white checkmates in 2 moves. And he looked at the position, and he gave the right answer. What is the right answer? You.
king to e6.
King to e6, and then black doesn't get to move, and then checkmate, right? No, black does get to move.
Yeah.
No, there's no checkmate. Okay.
I know.
You with the wrong answer.
Rook b7.
Correct. That was the wrong answer. After rook b7, I go here, and if you checkmate me in 1, you're cheating. Okay. Now, again, I said this about 2 minutes ago, but you forgot, especially you, right? Because you weren't here. Right? How old are you?
10.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Have you been here before?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
What's my name?
Ben.
Correct. And how old am I?
I don't know.
Correct. She doesn't know. Right. Okay, I'm 9. Okay, 49. Now, in this position, if you had the white pieces, you want your opponent to go here, right?
Yes.
So make them go there. You
can raise to move with the rook.
But then they won't go here. You have to make them go there.
Then maybe move the rook to f4.
Maybe. Right, rook f4. And then they have to go here, and then mate. Okay, so I showed my student this problem, and he's like, rook f4 and mate. And I was like, on a real board. Then I turned the board 90 degrees. So it was over there. The position didn't change. I just turned the board. And then he couldn't solve it. Then I turned the board again. So it was in front of him, then he could solve it. Then I turned the board again and he couldn't solve it. The position was the same, but he couldn't solve it when it was on the side. Okay, I'll show you what I mean because you're incredibly confused. All of you. Especially all of you. Okay, so for example, I would show him this position. Okay, and I would say mate in 2, and like he had a 0% chance of solving it, even though it's the same answer. You with the right answer.
Rook to d6.
Rook to d6. You have to go here and then mate. But that was on the sides. That confused him. Okay, but that's still the back rank because it's the back. You can't go. You can't. I can't. We're gonna go that way. There we go. Yes,
I'm the best. You can't do that.
I just did it.
No, you can't.
So I can do it. I just did it.
If you release it.
Tell me I can't do something. No, I would never release it. Okay, so back rank checkmate is how you mate somebody in an end game and an opening and a middle game. It's actually rare to mate somebody and their king's in the middle. If it's the end game, like this one, and their king is in the middle, you got to put it in the side. So you can back rank checkmate them. Okay, and then my class went away. Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, so this position you would go here, keeping the king on the back rank. Okay, this is one I made up. It's even easier than the one on Wikipedia. Okay, now, before we find the mate, let's talk about how not to get mated. That way, you won't get mated and your opponent will. That'll work out good, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're playing me, then forget all that. Okay, that's funny. I have a funny story. You know why? Because I like stories. There's a kid in my class at the school I teach at. He's been in my class for a couple of years. He's about 11. Karen knows how old he is. I don't know. I'm going to say 11. He's rated 1,090. Now he's rated about 1,290. I played him about a year ago here in the chess center because he had a bye. So I was like, I'll play you. Okay, and it was rated. And he was winning. He was crushing me. It was all over. I was going to lose. And I was like, well, this is embarrassing. I'm rated 2580, and he's rated 1080, and I'm going to lose, like a slow game. Okay, and at the end of the game, all he had to do to win was in the end game, move his king up, and I lose. He never moved his king ever. He left it in the corner the whole game, and I ended up winning. I don't know how I won. Anyway, it's funny because when I teach class, I tell my students, move your king up in the end game. And take all of your opponent's pieces and checkmate them and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I say, unless you're playing me. Well, I told him move his king up unless he's playing me, and he was playing me, so he didn't move his king up. I won. Greatest teacher ever. All right. Yeah, good thing he listened to me. All right, you with the wrong answer.
Pawn at h3.
Pawn h3 gives white luft. As my dad used to say, make luft, not war, right?
Yeah.
No, you got nothing? Okay, so in chess, when your king is on the back rank, you might get back rank checkmated. You don't want to get back rank checkmated. So if you make luft, and the guy tries to checkmate you on the back rank, that's the back rank, you can get off the back rank usually. Luft is a German word that means, it means Luft. What? You were in the army, what does it mean?
I don't know.
Ah! Okay, we're almost friends with them still. The correct answer is air. That's why when you go to the airport, there's Lufthansa, right? And if you've seen the movie Goodfellas, which I assume you've seen,
I haven't.
and he's an adult. You?
No.
Ah, okay. In the movie Goodfellas, one of the criminals, they robbed Lufthansa because that actually happened, based on a true story. The movie Goodfellas is based on a true story. Everybody's a real person, except they're actors. And when they robbed Lufthansa, they stole it off $4 million. And this was like in the 70s. So that's like $1 billion now, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, that was like the biggest heist ever in the US ever. Okay, now it's like, I could go steal that now and nobody would notice. They'd be like, 4 million, get out of here. Okay, now, white can make Luft and black can make Luft, but nobody did. Nobody did anything. Everybody's like, nobody's gonna make me, then they did that. And then white said, I beg to differ. And white played.
Just to make sure that the king can get out, king to F1.
King F1 also can escape. H3 I can escape. But white decided to checkmate black. You, Shruti.
I was just stretching.
What?
I was just stretching.
Oh, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your name, Abhinav?
yeah. Abhinav.
Your name's yeah? Okay.
Queen to E8.
Queen E8 check. Notice how it's check. Also, it's the back rank. Makes sense, right? Back rank mate. Then black takes it, and then white takes checkmate. So white wins. White sacrificed his queen, but checkmated. That kind of mate is complicated, and that was the easiest thing I could show you. Well, I couldn't show you a back rank mate without sacrificing the queen. Okay, so when you don't have Luft and your king is on the back rank and it can't move up and it can't move back because there is no back, then you might get mated. If you don't want to get mated, then earlier in the game you could have played something like this. If this was the starting position, if this was the position, there is no mate. Now if I turn the engine on, it says all zeros. Okay, it says this is a draw. Nobody can win. But if there is no Luft and I turn the engine on, it's going to say mate in 2 moves, right? Because Queen E8 check is mate in 2 moves. Now, this is actually something that happens to good players, but it's never happened to you. Never. But it could happen to you because now you're a good player. You've been in my class. When you guys play, one of you is losing all of your pieces and the other one's winning all the pieces. Then the computer says, hey, you're winning. You're up 5 pieces. The computer gives some crazy number. No matter what move you play, you're still winning because you're up 5 pieces. When grandmasters play, usually it says it's a draw, but sometimes it says, oh, this move wins and nothing else wins. That's the only move that wins. That happens in grandmaster play a lot. Then the other grandmaster is like, oh, I didn't see that move. You have 20 legal moves, I didn't see that one. I saw the other ones where you don't win. That would happen in this position. Queen E8 check wins, checkmate. That's it. If you don't play that, you're not going to win. You play any other move, black's going to stop checkmate. So in chess, you got to be careful. It could be a drawn position, and then you hang back rank mate and you lose. My son, who's now 2200 and older than all of you, and what's funny is he's older than me. Yeah. Also, he's older than you. Yeah. Probably not you. Probably not. But definitely you, because I know how old you are. Okay. My son, when he was 4, he played in chess tournaments. He got back rank mate at every game. Lost every game. Okay. He was taking pieces, then they would back rank mate him. They would have a rook, he would have 100 pieces, they would mate him. Then he started playing moves like that. Now he's 2200, right? That's like all of your ratings added up, right?
Yes.
They're like, we can't add that much. Exactly. Okay, this is a puzzle I saw on the internet 30 minutes ago. And I was like, ooh, that's a good puzzle. Okay, Now both sides are getting back rank mated, but it's white's move. If it was black's move, the only back rank mate is that, but white's defending that a lot. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, the only back rank mate for white is that, but that's defended by the knight. So it looks like everybody's okay, but the truth hurts. Yeah?
Queen to G4.
Queen to G4, that would give black an opportunity to make his king safe. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm not going to make my king safe. Okay, you happy? There you go. I'm a nice guy. What was your idea?
Rook to C8.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah. And then queen to queen counters on C8.
Is that mate?
Oh no, it's not.
No. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what you have to do, this is like a Simpsons episode. Don't sue me, The Simpsons. You guys got enough money. There's a Simpsons episode where Homer, the main character, gets into a bar fight and they keep hitting him over the head and he's like, huh? Like nothing happens. They punch him and he's like, what? They hit him over the head and he's like, huh? And they're like, this guy doesn't go down, and they run away scared. So they take Homer to the doctor and they're like, what's wrong with you? You get hit in the head and nothing happens. So they do like a scan and it turns out he has extra fluid around his brain so he doesn't get hurt. So his friend says, let's go into boxing. So he boxes, but he never hits anybody. He just stands there. They hit him in the head. He's like, what? And then they fall down tired. Because they keep hitting him and they're exhausted. And he wins. So eventually, after beating everybody, he fights the guy who's supposed to be Mike Tyson.
I see three.
But it's, okay. And Tyson doesn't get tired. Tyson just keeps hitting him. Anyway, before the fight, his manager says, I'm not going to lie to you. You could win this fight. You just have to envision how you're going to do it. And he thinks about it, and he sees Tyson getting taken away in an ambulance because he had a heart palpitation, and then he wins on forfeit. That's how he's going to win, right?
Yes.
You can checkmate black, you just have to imagine how. You're not going to checkmate him on C8. You tried, because the king goes here. What other square on the back rank would be checkmate?
I know.
Which one?
D8.
H8.
D8. Well, H8 I could block with the knight. D8, watch me cheat. Oh, checkmate. You agree that that's checkmate?
No.
No,
It's cheating.
but it's checkmate.
It's cheating.
Wow.
It's
I didn't.
it's cheating.
This position is checkmate, not how I got to it, just the
Two
position.
moves. 2 moves.
Yeah, I understand. I made the problem up after I stole it. Okay, so if this knight moves away, then queen d8 is checkmate. You agree?
Or
So make the knight move away. Abhinav with the right answer. Also, yeah.
rook to C8.
Rook to c8, check. The only possible move is this, and then mate. Okay, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Well, technically.
yeah. Okay, so if it's white's turn, rook c8 is a brilliant move, checkmating black. Checkmating your opponent is good.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Now, if a grandmaster was white, they would play rook c8 in a second. If you were white before the class, you'd just start crying for no reason. And I'd say, like, why are you crying? You're like, my pencil broke. Terrible, okay? That's why you're not grandmasters. Their pencils don't break. Okay,
Actually, I have a broken pencil right here.
exactly. That's why you're crying. Now, in this position, it's obvious that black just played a terrible move. Black played b6, attacking the knight, because I said so. If you're good at counting pieces, and you're not, but if you were, you would notice black has 2 extra pawns.
Yes.
These 2,
Yes.
everything else is the same. Same number of knights, bishops, rooks, and kings. But 2 extra pawns. And if it's black's turn to move, we take a knight.
Oh.
So it looks good for black. However, the name of this lecture is not 2 extra pawns. Name of this lecture is back rank mate. Somebody's going to get back rank mated. And it's not going to be white. Because
gonna be black.
white's king can escape. Rawr.
Black.
So the winning move is you.
Knight to A6.
Knight to a6. Confusing the audience. I'm the audience. Why'd you go there? What's your next move?
Rook to c8.
With my king taking it?
Oh.
Exactly.
I know.
See, you forgot what the right answer was.
I know.
Fries. You.
Knight b7.
Knight to b7 check. Uh-oh. And the tooth hurts, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now there's one legal move.
Yeah.
And then checkmate. Dang, I hate when that happens. Unless I'm white, then I like when that happens. Okay, you should always look for back rank checkmate, and here's why. If your goal is to have $2 million, okay? And then every time you walk outside your house, there's $10 on the ground somewhere. You pick it up, put it in your piggy bank. The next time you walk out of your house, there's $10. And you're like, all right, I'll have $2 million eventually. It'll take me a while. Then you walk out of your house, and there's $2 million on the ground. You're like, I don't want that. Where's my $10? Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, but you're like, the $10, that's what I'm used to. In chess, if you're like, I like taking knights. I like taking bishops. And I'm like, what about checkmate? I don't know about that. I never do that. Well, if you get checkmate, that's better than taking knights and bishops, right?
Yeah.
So you want to checkmate first. And since you know what a back rank mate is, you're looking for rook c8 mate, hopefully where they can't take it with their king. Right, so knight check, and then mate. And so if you have the black pieces, and you had your pawn here, and you played b6, that would be a terrible mistake.
Yes.
Because you get back rank mated. Okay, and there's a lot of moves that are better, in fact, any move's better, because you don't get mated then. This is a puzzle where it looks like there's more than one back rank mate, but there's only one where everything is check. Now this puzzle is very suspicious because if you want to do a 2-move checkmate, there's more than one answer. But then there's the answer they want you to do because every move is check. Then we're going to find out some more answers. How can white do a 2-move checkmate where every move is check? Remember, black's going this way and white's going this way.
I know.
Who's I? What? You know?
Fries.
Right. Next puzzle. You.
Okay. Rook on g1 to g8.
Rook to g8 check. The king takes it, and then checkmate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was easy. Now, when I saw this puzzle, I said, wait a minute. If I go here, right?
Yes.
Then I'm going to go here next move, and that's it. There's no defense to it, so that also works. Without sacrificing my rook. The question is there other ways to do it?
Yes.
I don't see another way. Not in 2 moves. In 3 moves, I see a lot of ways. For example, if you go here, threatening mate, they'll run away. Then when you go here, they won't run away. Then you mate them. Also here. Okay, so very suspicious puzzle because lots of answers. The question is there more than 2 answers? So we're going to find out by using the computer. Oh, there's a lot of answers because my rook can go here, or here, or here, and then it's unstoppable mate. Right?
Yes.
Man, back rank mate's great. There's a million answers. Yeah. But on the internet, they were like, give your rook away, then it's all check. I mean, you don't have to. You could. Okay. But back rank mate is important because it's not only important for you to do it and to know it, it's important to avoid it. Because if your king's on the back rank and you have a winning position, you can get back rank mated and you don't have a winning position. So it's over. You could lose in 1 move. So back rank mated is really important. Now, there's 2 famous games, one you know, one you don't know. And the one you know you also don't know. Should. This is the opera game.
You showed this to me.
Right, everybody's seen this game. This is a funny back rank mate, but it's still true. This position, white does a back rank mate by taking the rook with check, and then when black takes, white jumps over the knight and goes checkmate. That's a back rank mate.
Cheating.
Correct. I was cheating before you were born. Okay. Rook d8 check. Now, as Shruti points out, the rook can't jump over the knight, So we need the knight to go over here.
Yes.
Then we could play rook to d8 mate. You actually have a move where the knight has to move. White can make a move and the knight has to move somewhere. You.
Queen to a4.
After queen to a4, you did the opposite of what I said.
The knight's pinned.
Yeah, I said you can make the knight move and you stop the knight from moving. You have to make the knight move so I can play mate. If the knight doesn't move, I can't play mate. Back rank mate. How do I make the knight move where it has to move? There's no other move. You can do it. Yeah.
Queen to b8?
Queen to b8. That's what Morphy played. Notice how it's check because it's check. You can't move up because there's a bishop here. So you have to take the queen and then checkmate. Hooray! And that's how the game ended.
Oh.
You with some crazy comment.
Or fries.
Or fries. Right. And it wasn't Paris, so yeah. Okay.
What is it all about fries?
What?
What is this all about fries?
What do you mean? Have you ever bought a computer before?
Fries is always the right
Yeah, you go to Fry's. Yeah. That way you have no money when you
Fries is
leave.
always the right answer.
All right. No talking. Okay. So we want to do back rank mate. And in fact, this is almost back rank mate. Close. Almost. So when your king's on the back rank and it has nowhere to go, that's not good. See this king? Is that on the back rank?
Yes.
Can it move?
No.
No, so that's not good. This king's on the back rank, but it can move. Now, as Wikipedia points out, but I didn't mention yet, every time you're mated on the back rank, every time, and the other piece is on the back rank mating you, that piece is a piece that moves like that. That would be a queen or a rook. So like if there's a knight on the back rank, and you're like, oh no, my kid, no, you don't care about that. Okay. You care about queens on the back rank and rooks, which is funny because white did both. White put a queen on the back rank and then put a rook, and we put the queen on the back rank. That was almost mate. That was close. In fact, you could win by accident. For most of you, that's your only hope. Win by accident. You could be like, mate, I win. Then your opponent goes here and you're like, oh, I didn't see that. Then, okay, is this mate? And it is.
No.
See, there you go. You're like, something's mate. I don't know. Maybe that is.
Yeah, that is it.
Keep putting queens and rooks on the back rank. Something might be mate. So it's funny, maybe Morphy didn't see knight takes queen and just said mate. And he was like, oh no. Is that what happened?
Yes. Yeah.
The answer is fries. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
As always.
All right, now this is my favorite example. Unfortunately, my former student was the victim. Okay, this was in the U.S. Junior Championship. I'll explain what that is, because most of you are juniors. What we like to do in chess is categorize people. We say, hey, you guys are no good. Go play in the no good tournament and win that. And you're like, what do you mean I'm no good? I'm good. And then I'm like, okay, go play the world champion. You're like, wait, I'm no good. Wait. Okay, the people who are on the wall of our chess club, like behind you, those people are good. If you played them, they would beat you. So instead, we put you in a group. So we put these people in a group. They're under the age of 20, but they're really good. So we took all the best ones and had them all play each other. And we're like, you're the best. And you're the tallest. Okay, that guy's the tallest, so he won the tournament. Daniel Naroditsky. Now he's about number 7 in the US for everybody. But back then, in 2013, he was one of the best junior players. Now he's graduating Stanford. Not a junior anymore. Okay? So this game was played, maybe he was 17. He's playing a Tuliashetti, who was a super national champion about, I think that year. I think in 2013. Huh. Okay. And they got this position because I said so. In this position, nobody's ahead anything. Everything's the same. Both sides have a queen, a king, 2 rooks, a minor piece, and 6 pawns. However, white's threatening a bishop. Also, this guy's attacked twice and defended once. So that's called a fork. Black's going to lose something. What's more important, the bishop or the pawn?
The bishop.
So black played bishop g6. Okay. Now, remember the name of the lecture, back rank mate. Did either side make love for their king?
No.
No. So how about both sides getting back rank mated? That sounds like fun, doesn't it?
It sounds like stalemate.
Let's find out. White played the obvious move, knight takes d5, taking a pawn and attacking the black queen. And now, black played for tricks because tricks are for kids. Right. And these are kids. So, black played a move that looks like a blunder, but he was trying to trick his opponent. Turns out it is a blunder. Everybody got tricked every move, except the taller guy saw more. He had a better view of the board. It's like, I see it. So he blundered, except it was a blunder. He played queen a6. And in real life and in chess, you don't want to walk into a fork. And kids did nothing. Okay. Next week we're going to learn the term tabula rasa. Okay?
Fries?
Exactly. What?
Fries?
Exactly. Yeah. You see those shadows over there? All right. Now, the only Play-Doh they know is the one you like. Okay. Now, in this position, white played the obvious fork. Yeah.
The knight to b4.
I mean, that attacks the queen, but I wouldn't call it a fork. It attacks the queen. Yeah.
Knight to c7.
That's a fork. Attacking the queen and the rook. And black was like, haha, you fell into my trap. Except he didn't. Okay. Now, black can play rook d1 checkmate, back rank mate. The class is like, excuse me, that's not mate, because the rook takes. Right? Okay. What if the rook wasn't there?
The queen could have come down.
What if the rook wasn't there?
The queen.
The rook could have come down.
So let's get that rook away from there. Let's play the craziest move ever, making this rook leave the back rank. We want that rook to go away. So what did black do?
Queen to a2.
You concur?
I said fries.
Okay. He played queen takes a2, confusing the class, except for the person who suggested it. He's not confused. He suggested it. So. And now, the obvious reason is if you take the queen, you get checkmated. Also, remember when white was forking these two pieces? That didn't seem to work because he just took that. So when black played queen a6 in this position, he was like, I hope you play knight c7 because I tricked you. And white said, oh no, you didn't trick me, I saw that. Now if you don't want to get mated on the back rank, you should put queens and rooks on the back rank. How can white put another queen or rook on the back rank? How did white do that?
Rook to e1.
Right, you can play either rook to e1, he played this one. Now, white has two threats. Now white's threatening the queen. There's no back rank mate anymore. And he's threatening the rook, which he was threatening before. So I don't know if black missed this move, or he thought it was okay. He took another pawn, and they traded on a8. I take you, you take me. Okay. Now, we've just seen black try to checkmate white on the back row. And white says, ooh, that's a good idea. Let me do that too. Both sides can get back rank mated. So, white played checkmate and the game ended. Is that checkmate?
No.
All right. So white played here and the game ended checkmate.
No.
Wait, why aren't those moves checkmate? They look like checkmate.
Because the rook's there.
Oh, so you're saying this rook, if we can move it off the board, then we could do a checkmate.
Yeah.
So I wonder what white did about that.
Rook to a7.
Rook to a7. Bam. It's the same trick black just played. Now white played it. Maybe they should get left earlier. And black is like, you're not going to checkmate me. Moved his rook away. And white said, you know what? If that rook wasn't there, I could still checkmate you. So white attacked the rook.
with the queen.
That's what he did. Queen where?
6.
Right, queen of d6. Now if black's greedy and says, oh boy, a free pawn, then we take that rook and we go here.
Checkmate.
Looks good, looks good for white, doesn't it?
But it's not.
It's not good for white?
Because the queen can come.
I still think it's good for white.
It's a checkmate.
No, because black's queen could get a checkmate by taking the rook.
Oh, even though you're in check, you could not get out of check and go here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last class, not this one. Okay. Now, black is a very strong player. This is a junior championship. These are the best kids in the country. And he's like, oh no, you're going to go here. Now, I'll show you something funny, which didn't happen. Let's say black says, I'll get luffed, so I don't get mated. And white's like, I'm still going to take that. That doesn't help him get lift when he takes it. It's still mate.
Yeah, he should ignore the queen and go like to h7 after he makes love.
Right, but then you lose a rook. Losing a rook's bad.
It's better than not.
That's correct. Now, he wanted to not get mated and not lose his rook. So he did that. How do you do that?
Fries.
Right. He played rook c8.
Why fry?
And white attacked the rook again. Queen d7. Sort of an obvious attack. And black's like, no, you can't have my rook. And now white made an amazing move. Wow. This was great. This was the move of the game. Remember, it's all back rank mate. It looks like black is safe. If black really wanted to be safe, his pawn would be here.
Yeah.
But truth hurts. Yes.
Rook to e8.
Played rook to e8, then you get back rank mated.
Oh.
Man, everybody gets back rank mated, right? Yeah. Man, chess is hard. Okay, and Barney wrote a song about that. You never heard that song? I back rank mate you, you back rank mate me. They're the worst chess players in history. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
That's on every Barney episode. Yeah. Okay. So you had the right move, but you used the wrong rook.
Rook to a8.
Rook to a8. Confusing the audience. You guys are like, why are people giving their queens and rooks away? Because this isn't win a queen or a rook class. This is back rank mate class. Now, something you don't understand, even though you think you do. Sometimes things are good and sometimes things are bad, but they're not equally good or bad. I'll give you an example. You're going to play a chess tournament and you're supposed to keep notation. And you're like, I don't have a pencil. And you start crying. Okay? And you're like, I have a pencil, but it's broken. So he cries even more. Then I'm like, here's a pencil. And you're like, yay. Then your game's over. Somehow you won. And I'm like, how did you do? And you said, I won. And I said, great. Where's my pencil? And you're like, what? I lost it. Okay? All right. And I'm like, whatever. I got a million pencils. I don't care. Then, when you turn 18, your crazy parent says, here's a car. You're 18. And you're like, yay, that's a good birthday present, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Then, the next day, your parent says, hey, where's your car? And you're like, I lost it. I don't know where it is. Is that going to happen?
No. Hopefully not.
Exactly. Then you got to run away. Okay. So if you lose a pencil, nobody cares. Lose a car, then you're going to go cry. In chess, you're like, I don't want to lose a rook. Wah. But if you checkmate your opponent, you can lose all the rooks you want. Right?
Yeah.
Checkmate is what matters. This is a checkmate class. If you can't checkmate, then don't lose a rook. If you can checkmate, I don't care what you lose. You can lose a queen and a rook, as long as you checkmate. So here, if I lose my rook, I can be cute and give my queen away and give checkmate. Or I could not be cute and play the boring move and checkmate with my queen. Now, once again, the guy with black, he sees the check. He's not going to get checkmated. However, now he has a problem. Now there is no good move. If you get luffed, you're going to have to run away from the rook If you take the rook, you get checkmated. But then you lose a rook. Then you have a bishop for 2 rooks. Now, you can't have a bishop for 2 rooks. Not when your opponent's rated 2,500. Maybe if they're rated 500, maybe. Maybe not. So here, there's no good move for black. So black gave up. If I turn the engine on, it says there's no good move for black. Okay, look at those numbers. That's some good numbers for white, right? It says the best move is giving your queen away for nothing. That's the best black can do.
What?
So it says, so black's like, I have an idea, I'll give up. And then white actually won this tournament and became the US Junior Champion. Because he didn't get back rank mated, but they both tried to back rank mate each other. And in a game between 2 really strong players, you don't see that very often, where they're both back rank mating each other, and one of them saw more than the other guy. So first black tried to do it, and then white tried to do it. And white kept trying until the game ended. Rook A8. That was a good finish. So if you know back rank mate, like the guy with white does, then someday, this will surprise you, but it's still true. If you've gone to the internet, they've never heard of it, and you've gone to chess.com, they have chess.com ratings. They have slow ratings, blitz ratings, and bullet ratings. Most of you probably play more blitz than anything else. Okay, and his blitz rating, that guy, and his bullet rating are over 3,000. That guy who's white here. So he probably knows back rank mate a little bit. Now, I played him 9 games, 9, right?
Yes.
About 3 or 4 days ago. We played 9 bullet games, 1 minute each. I won 1 game, hooray for me. And the game that I beat him, I promoted to a queen, and that was my 3rd queen.
Yeah.
So I checkmated him with 3 queens. The other 8 games, I forgot what happened. Okay? Because he's really good at blitz and bullet chess, and he's really good at back rank mate. That's actually one of the things that makes you good at blitz and bullet chess, is you see back rank mate quickly, right? If you want to get good at chess, I said if. You want to see the same things over and over again until they're easy. So if I show this to Naroditsky, he's like, well, rook A8. And then I'm like, that's your game. And he says it is? Now he knows it's his game, right? He'll be like, wait, that's my game. But if I show it to beginners and I'm like, how does white back rank mate? They're like, I have 3 questions. What's the word back? What's the word rank? And what's the word mate? Okay? But if you know back rank mate and you see a king on the back rank and it can't move forward, it obviously can't move backward. It's on the back rank. That means if you have a sideways piece, you can checkmate. Now, I was going to stop there, but then I saw the Bernstein Capablanca, which I forgot about, as per usual. As we say in French, je regrette, mais je forget. Kids. Okay, so we got Bernstein versus Kappa, right? And black won, obviously. Now we play the waiting game. The waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippo. It was Ossip Bernstein, right? Yeah. Okay. And delete. Okay. So they got this position. And white said, I fork you. You don't fork me. I'm going to take the pawn on c3. Now, black is like, wait a minute, my rook's attacked. So he moved his rook. And white said, hooray, I win a pawn. It's pandemonium. And they traded and traded and traded and traded and traded and traded. And white's up a pawn.
Yeah.
Okay, now remember, this is a back rank mate class, and neither side got luffed. So both sides get back rank mated. Let's see what happens if black tries to back rank mate white. What does white play?
Nothing.
Nothing is incorrect. He plays something. Don't say fries.
Queen
Oh,
D1.
no. What?
Queen D1.
Queen D1. Yeah, how about Queen F1?
Yeah.
Queen D1? Man, harsh. Okay, now, if we trade queens, there is no back rank mate. If we play the obvious move, roar, looks good, right?
Yes.
Then white wins.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure that white saw that and black saw that, and white's like, I'm up a pawn. Okay, but then black made the move that white didn't see. Now, not only is this a possible back rank mate, doesn't work, so is this. Also doesn't work. The rook move doesn't work because the queen is protecting it. Right?
Yeah.
So black did a fork, the most confusing fork you've ever seen. Queen to b2.
Ooh,
That forks the rook and the queen.
I see.
It does.
I saw.
If you take the queen, you get mated. Probably shouldn't take the queen.
Yeah.
However, you don't want black to play queen takes queen. Right?
Move
Yeah.
the queen.
Okay, if you move the queen, then I might take your rook. Let's defend our rook. Ah, you're not defending it. Because of back rank mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can white do?
Right.
How does he save his queen and save his rook and stop back rank mate? He did do it. He gave up. That stopped everything. Game ended. He didn't see queen b2. If you play rook c2, now when I check and you play queen f1, I can take the rook. Darn. Man, that guy saw everything. So in this position, if you're a computer and you turn yourself on, it says queen b2 and black wins. Any other move, black does not win. Queen b2, black's up 7 points. Obviously white didn't see queen b2 because that's hard to see. And then it says black wins. Every move is +7 for black. Whatever you do, I'm going to take your rook or take your queen or mate you. So in this position, when black played rook c6 and white played knight d4, white got psyched out. After rook c7, this is an obvious fork, and what he should have said was, why did my opponent give up his passed pawn? And what black was like, take my passed pawn, take my passed pawn, take my passed pawn. And white was like, sure, because black saw queen b2 here, and white never saw it. And then when they got to the position, black's like, yay, queen b2. I saw that and you didn't. The only reason it works, back rank mate. If white had played h3 earlier, none of that would happen. White would just take the queen. So when your king has nowhere to go, no luft, there's lots of back rank mate tricks, and you could fall into those tricks, then you would lose, then your game is famous forever. Right? So now everybody's like, hey, that guy lost to that guy, even though it was 100 years ago, let's look at that game. Then the guy cries like a grandmaster, because his most famous game ever is a game he lost. Man, harsh. Capablanca later became the world champion. Right? And he was from what country?
Russia.
You with the right answer.
Cuba.
Cuba, correct. Yeah. Russia was also a good answer, except for one thing.
It's not correct.
It wasn't a good answer. You.
Who created chess?
Ah, Joe did.
Joe who?
Joe Mama. He walked right into it. Chess is an amalgamation of a lot of stuff. So what they do is they play a game and they change the rules every once in a while, which eventually became chess.
Chess used to be war.
Chess isn't war now. Chess is more important than war now. So, you know, like the Middle East, what used to be, before it was India, those kind of places, they were playing, then the game moved around the world, then it got to Europe, and then you can read on the internet about that. It's mostly lies, but they're entertaining lies. And in the end, isn't that the real truth? The answer is no.
The answer is fries.
Also a Simpsons quote. All right, and let's see who's been in my class before. What would Gene Wilder say?
Fries.
Anybody? Come on, you know.
Depends on what movie.
Young Frankenstein.
Glasses.
Class is dismissed.
No.